Hi darlings, I did that little urgent video the other day, and then the morning after there was the 39 people frozen in a fridge in a lorry. So everything I had been saying the 2 days before, talking about the 369, the line broke, the monkey got choked. So I've just been to look at the news story for the first time because it's just unbearable. But I'm just going to take you through and show you the connections to how all this, exactly what this is, as above, so below. So we'll look at a couple. I think I just saw these two, or was it that one? Anyway, let's see.
It was a desperate attempt at a new life that ended with the ultimate sacrifice. 39 people, including one teenager, found dead in the back of a refrigerated truck near London.
Okay, first of all, the lorry is red and white. So this is, again, sacrificial, it's Mars. We're coming up to this full moon on the 1111. That's LLLL. That's 4 corners. And 39 people, so 38 people and 1 teenager. That means 38 makes 11 plus 1. So there we have the trip L. 3 L's, the triple goddess. You have to go back and see all my videos. All of them will take you to this. So we've been given the triple 38 plus 1. 38 is 11, and 1, that makes 38, 11, or LL, or 77. Same thing. That's why I always wondered why a 1, you've got a little angle on the top of that 1. It's because it's the same thing. It can be used as the same thing. So we've got coming up on the 11/11, the full moon, on the Alpha Omega equinox. Which I showed you in that quick video. I'll take you back to show you again. We're going to have a look at all this. Okay, so we've got the red and white, Mars that rules Scorpio and Aries, and Jupiter that rules Pisces and Sagittarius, both fire and water. So we know it's a Jupiter-Mars ritual, and we know that all this year we've had Jupiter in Scorpio, and it's currently on the 13th sign, and we had on the 13th the full Momo moon, which I've been done in all my videos. So we're about to have the second Momo. The lorry driver was obviously called Mo, by the way. So this is Jupiter and Mars are in the energy of Sirius. And I'll be showing you all this again. But so here we've got, so the red and white, the lorry is to demonize Saturn. Saturn cars are Gemini, they're good, but lorries are big, slow construction, slow is Saturn. So again, Saturn represents this big lorry. That's why lorries have been demonized so much in events recently, because Gemini, little Gemini Pan Man, as I said in the last video, is about to become, we're going to go from red, white to green. And I showed that in the video, but I'll be showing all that
Tonight,
again.
a breakthrough for police, now investigating whether an Irish people smuggling ring is behind the evil act.
Yeah, well, the Irish will always be demonized because these are they're the gypsies, and they are, the IRA is just Iran. The N is the same thing. IRA, era. You've got Ra in the middle, the Ram, Aries, Ra, Iran, islands. It's all the same thing. It's the green, white and red. So they've shown us the white and red. That's west, east. Okay, the two sides, which I'm going to be showing you, west and east. It's always about west and east. So this is the east. That's why this is called East Avenue. It's in Essex. It's in the east of London because Antares, the Wicked Witch of the East, WW, is the same thing as MM, Momo. And if you draw a W or an M, you will see that you need the LLL, the 777, or the 111. The W is 1L.
Inside this regular.
Let me I've just drawn it to check it. That's 1L. Yeah, no, it's 2 L's. Dub L. Anyway,
red and white semi-trailer. 39 people succumbed to a miserable death.
This is an absolute tragedy and very sad day for Essex police and the local community.
38 adults and one teenager, their bodies found in the truck's container early on Wednesday morning.
Okay, so here they showed that again. Okay, you see that? This is the famous Tesla, the double M. Okay, so we've got the 369 trap, M, and the W. And they show you. I mean, there's the W. They had to have this right here. And I've got everything open. This is very important, what we've got. Okay, this is taking me to Facebook now. Yeah, well, it's right here. So that's perfect. So there you've got that picture. And there you've got the 369, the line broke, the monkey got choked. This is what's happening at this moment. This is to keep us stuck in this fire triangle. That's in alchemy. The upward triangle is fire and the upside down one is water. It's fire and water, okay? It's stopping us getting into the earth and air, the twin peaks, Capricorn and Aquarius. Capricorn is earth, Aquarius is air. This is keeping us in fire and ice because that's how they control us, our temperatures, hot and cold. We're either hot, cold, and dry and moist. That's all humours. The humours is your humour. Okay, in French, so the humour is the humidity, humour. So this 39 killed is the same thing as the 6. The 6 and the 9 is the same thing. It's just an upside down 6 and a 9. So 3 and 9 is 12, and 2 and 1 is 3. It's always back to this, keeping us in the 369 or the LLL or the 777 of Aleister Crowley, which is the Alpha Omega ending. This is where we are. And the full moon on the 11/11 that I showed you in that little video yesterday, and I will show you again now. I will just come back. So that's pretty incredible. I mean, they have to show those scenes. They try to tell us they cannot take from our free will. They can, if they tell us, they are absolved from stealing our free will. So where's that video gone? You're just watching YouTube. Okay, here we go.
The truck's container early on Wednesday morning. This is the semi-moments beforehand as it drove to an industrial park in Essex, about an hour east of London.
So we've got Essex, so, and we've got East. And we're coming up to Halloween. Halloween is 9 months after Valentine's Day, and that is the journey of Venus. She takes her 9 months to do a cycle. and all you people, we had the Trip L Goddess. I did a video, go back and see it. For Valentine's Day, we had the RR Roman calendar Valentine's event, which is just sex for 3 days. So Essex is the Essex East as well.
We received a call from the ambulance service taking us to the scene. I'm not sure of that information at this point in time.
There were no survivors. As forensic teams set to work, locals came to pay their
Eastern Avenue on top of all this. I mean, it's so rubbed in your face. This is everything that's happening. Ann Terrace is the East. It's the East. This is the Freemason lodges. They keep us always in the South. And the West, East, they tell us that this is the East and this is the West. It's inverted because they keep us stuck on the South Solomon. And this is where the moon was for this event. We've just had, we're the 10th, 10th of the 23rd, and there is that last gibbous. Hey, we're the monkeys, King Louis, the gibbon, the monkey. Here is the last Baphomet gibbous moon of this Momo passage. There we go. That is the dark side before we have the black moon, the last Momo on the 28th, right on Babylon to keep. So there's always, they keep us arguing between red and white, and these guys are about to crown themselves the Green Man, the Jolly Green Giants, so that we never come up to the true twin peaks where we become high cardinal earth and fixed air. And this is what all the show is about, because we've got this famous jump from this solstice, the next eclipse coming up, where everybody moves into Sagittarius. Okay, so let's carry on.
Respects, completely and utterly shocked.
Now don't forget that we are hot and cold conductors of heat and cold. So as long as you are always in the oh no, I mean, that's why you just cannot watch any more news unless you see through the game, because they heat you up. They heat you up. You're a Bunsen burner. So this girl is doing what she's the good example. Oh, look at the face. Oh my goodness.
And devastated. They deserve dignity. They deserve to have respect paid to them.
The truck was registered in Bulgaria and took an unusual...
Okay, well, this is everything that I've been showing you. Yeah, I can't move that always, can I? So, okay, I've got lots of them open because I've got so much to show you. This is this event. Okay, this is where we'll cut. So this is the, we've just had, okay, these, I'm going to show you those two. This is where we're going. So the truck comes from Bulgaria. Okay, well, I showed you on the video I did just a few hours before this event, I showed you that these are the two dragons from Bulgaria. Okay, these two dragons is a statue in Bulgaria. This is a post that I posted yesterday, but I made 4 days before. There's the gibbon monkey. This is the trap we're being put on, keeping the sun and the moon, where in the true kingdom it's not going to be the Mercury twins, children, it's high cardinal earth. This is all the trap we're being led into. There they are. These two dragons are in the center of Bulgaria. Okay, and so there was also something about Istanbul with this. So you see, Istanbul is the head of the dragon, and we've got the east and west, and Saudi Arabia in the middle is the egg. And so I mean, it's just, I can't believe, I can't believe that it's just going so fast now.
Route into the UK. The trailer police say came by ferry from the port of Zeebrugge in Belgium to Purfleet, a small town in Essex, avoiding the well-policed immigration checks of Calais and Dover. The prime mover is believed to have come from Northern Ireland, picking up the trailer and leaving port shortly after 1 a.m. on Wednesday. Then it was a drive of less than 4 kilometres to where the body...
Fourth corner. We're coming up to the full moon on the 11/11, the 39, 38 plus 1 person killed. That's 111. That's 3 L's. That's 3 corners. We're going to have the fourth corner.
Bodies were found.
This is an unimaginable tragedy and truly heartbreaking.
So you've got 39 people.
These people are all actors. It's what you don't get. We have to get through the mirror. I'm showing you this mirror.
Shows a contempt for human life that is evil.
The driver, 25-year-old Mo Robinson from...
Right, he's called Mo. I mean, I haven't been talking about Momo. My last 4 videos have all been called Momo. And we're about to have the second pillar, Momo, Black Moon. And, I mean, just check out Momo. I mean, how they're laughing at you. Got an island. I mean, the fools are. I just can't get over. He's 25 years old. Okay, so that's the first 7. We're about to have a second 7. 7 double. This is their fake Twin Peaks. Okay, so the WW is 2 L's, 2 7s. Okay, W.
Northern Ireland was arrested at the scene on suspicion of murder. This is the
Northern Ireland is demonized because the North Star, Fomalhaut, the true pyramids of Giza, the true constellation we're going on to, has to be demonized in your unconscious. So Northern Ireland's bad. Northern Ireland's bad. That's how your brains work.
Largest mass casualty of its kind in the UK since the year 2000, when 58 migrants died in the back of a truck at the port of Dover. They suffocated.
369, the line broke and the monkey got choked.
When the driver closed an air vent to avoid being seen at immigration checks. It's thought the victims on board this semi may have frozen to death in a...
So it's a fire and ice ritual sacrifice. So this is the ice, because Scorpio is the water. Mars rules Aries and Scorpio. Scorpio is ice. Okay, so voila, that's the fire and ice ritual.
Container where the temperature drops as low as minus 25 degrees.
There we've got the second 25. So we've got double U. Where we're going, they're going to make a copy-paste version of you, unless you get real. This is not reality. This is just, this is Plato's cave. This is a projection. This is all bullshit. We've got the 10, X, I mean, what a joke. So we've got the double U, 7-7. Mo is 7
degrees. Police say it will take some time to identify who they are and what they were so desperate to leave behind. In Essex, Amelia Adams, 9 News.
Okay, we'll just watch one more. What's the other one I saw? It's in the back.
It was a desperate attempt at a new life that ended with the ultimate sacrifice. 39
They have to just put that word in every time, don't they? They have to put the sacrifice
people, including one teenager, found dead in the back of a refrigerated truck near London. Tonight, a breakthrough for police, now investigating whether an Irish people smuggling ring is behind the evil act.
Inside this regular red and white semi-trailer, 39 people succumbed to a miserable death.
This is an absolute tragedy and very sad day for Essex police and the local community.
38 adults and one teenager, their bodies found in the truck's container early on Wednesday morning. This is the semi moments beforehand as it drove to an industrial park in Essex, about an hour east of London.
We received a call from the ambulance service taking us to the scene. I'm not sure for information at this point in time.
There were no survivors. As forensic teams set to work, locals came to pay their respects.
I'm completely and utterly shocked and devastated. They deserve dignity. They deserve to have respect.
Came by ferry from avoiding the whirl.
Double tragedy and truly heartbreaking.
Yeah, we've seen all that one. Okay, so let me now take you through. You do have to go and see my blog and all my videos before this, but let's take you again through the Boris Johnson, Babylon Judaism, High Priestess, Momo, Black Moon. So we've got the first one on the 28th. And we now know the moon does 8 phases, as the sun does an analemma in the sky of 8. So 88 are the 88 constellations. And in order for their rituals to work and to keep us in the sun and the moon energy, they have to try and imitate. So I took you through in my last videos, I took you through Mercury's journey to become the new king. In the Baphomet, we see always the Caduceus in the middle of his stomach. This is Mercury that rules Virgo and Gemini. And you know that 9/11 happened 18 years ago, and then we had Notre Dame. Those are the two Gemini twins, so they're very important. So they're using this high priestess, the whore of Babylon, for it's very rare to have 2 black moons in one sign. It's a very rare event, and for it to be in Virgo, this is all. So Mercury that rules Virgo did a journey from 7/11/2018, and it did 3 retrogrades from 7/11, the 7th of the 11th, 2018, and the last one is going to come up on the 31st of the 10th, and those are the trip L that becomes the last L corner, because Mercury goes retrograde for 21 days. 21 days is 777. So for them to create the 4th corner, to get their double U, 007, they are going to use the last retrograde that I will show you, because that will be the 28 to imitate the cycle of the moon. Okay, they have to kind of, because nobody's aware of as above, so below, they are constantly, everything going on below is a reflection of as above, and it's inverted and perverted, so that you cannot be properly tuned in, and you cannot be your own instrument within this conducted orchestra. You know, you are your own conductor. So there we have the black moon, the first Momo, black moon, and here, voila, here's the moon. So then we had 4 people killed in Paris. Okay, here. It's just on the 3rd, 4th. It was on the 4th or the 3rd, but this is the first crescent moon, and it's on this 13th made-up sign, as I keep saying, right in the heart of Scorpio, next to the Wicked Witch of the East, this fake sign that they've added, this fake hero. And this snake, this snake is taken from the Hydra snake here, which is all between Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. And this is Solomon's seal, and this is the Whore of Babylon, and this is everything we've been going through. You have to go back and see my blog and all my videos from G7 through the Lion's Gate. Normally the Lion's Gate is to take us opposite into Aquarius, but we're being led into this trap here because Jupiter wants to create the chaos to get the problem solution reaction that we're going to be living through, and it's going to be catch-22 is about to get set off, and this is what I'm showing you now. So we had the first black moon, we had the first crescent moon, right conjunct with Jupiter, who is the king here. Jupiter and Mars are ruling this show, and they're using Mercury and Venus as their little, you know, to create their own double fake Twin Peaks. So we had that first, voila, that first crescent moon. That's when, after the black moon, when the moon is waning up to the next full moon. So that was very important. It was right on the hero. And then we had, on the 11th, 12th, we had on the true third eye, and nothing happened there because nobody wants to know about. So we had the next, we had that gibbous moon, and then on the 13th we had the Momo. The moon was on Pisces, the sun was in Virgo, and that was the full moon opposition between the two black moons in Momo. So 13 is very important because 13 is when the big closing, we've got the judgment day on the 31st, so it's always the mirror reflection, 13, 31. Okay, so that was the full moon, and now the moon is going to start waxing. Then we had the half moon on the westway, Aldebaran. There's that half moon. So this is all, it wasn't even a half moon. We've got another part of this 8 phases of the moon. Just to remind you, these phases of the moon. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. We're looking at all this journey from the black moon. Okay, then we had the 4 people killed in Paris. And see, so I'm going to get confused with where we're going. But this is the one we've just had, the 339 killed. It's the last Baphomets. It's these two which are the Baphomets. But it's kind of upside down because we're going the other. And so these are the 8 phases of the moon and the Alanima. That's the 8, the journey of the sun. Okay, so 18th. And now we've got the next one, which is, yeah, we had one right on top of Sirius as well on the 20th. Yeah, on the 20th, that moon was bang on top of Sirius. This is their god. This is the god that they are, all these rituals are to. They want Sirius. Sirius is the Toto behind the scenes ruling this show. Okay. So this is the event. So the event we've just had is that last Baphomet moon. Here we go, the last phase. So it's a little bit like their fourth corner as well, because they want to be sure. I showed you in that video I did just before this one, but I will show you again. And now we've got coming up on the 28th, we've got the second Momo moon. So they've just created that Mo. The driver of the lorry was called Mo. Momo is just short for Mohammed. And it's also short for moon. Momo, N and M is the same thing. It's the moon. Momo, moon. Solomon, Momo. So Solomon seal, Sol is sun, Mo. Okay, and then we've got on the 31st, we've got this Judgment Day. We've got Venus and Mercury, as we see the dog, which is Sirius in Egyptian times, holding up the scales to see what's lighter, heavier, the heart or the feather. And at that same time, we've got the moon, again, as I showed you before, back on this fake hero. And that will be the next journey of the, so you know, this is the west and the east. We're going to have another show. So 31st, and then we've got on the 11th. On the 11th, we've got this full moon in Alpha Omega, and I have to show you that here. Okay, well, it's just easier for me to go to Facebook because I don't have to open article after article. And I'll show you because I've been documenting all this. That's the last video I just did just before this event. Sorry, my computer is really slow. Okay, so after the Gibbous Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon on Regulus Leo, well, that's what we've just had, the 23rd of the 10th. That was this event, this 369. Then the second Momo Black Moon in Virgo, the 28th of the 10th, we have the famous Judgment, Heart, Venus and Mercury, Air, Feather and Libra scales and Crescent Moon on 13th sign, Ficus, conjunct Jupiter, the 31st of the 10th, Halloween, and then Mercury goes backwards for its fourth retrograde to take over the moon. Then on 11/11/22, catch blah, 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 blah. You have to go see my blog. So this is what's about to happen. We're going to have on the 11th, so Aries, which is Mars, and we've got Venus on Scorpio, so fire and ice, and Venus is right on Antares. And here we have Mercury, as I explained in the last video, combust to the sun as we have this opposition with the moon to make a full moon. That makes, it's the most incredible place that Mercury can be. It's not cool when he's just next to the sun. He's not happy, he becomes invisible, he loses his light. But when he's right merged with the sun, he takes on the power of the sun. So this is the crowning for me of the Green Man. The Green Man is that little boy Mercury. They want to get rid of the Virgin. She's dying. Notre Dame. And we're going to have the one between the two children. And this keeps the triangulation, the trip L energy, so that we don't find the twin peak energy that we should be coming into. See, all these guys are going to move into Capricorn for 2020, Pluto, Saturn and Jupiter. Jupiter's got 1 year here, and this is the Tempest coming up. And as I explained in the last video, this is all Saudi Arabia, this is the East, this is the West, and you see when we go on the correct constellation, when the fixed cross, so Aquarius moves on to this equinox, and Leo will have West and East equinox, then Aldebaran and Scorpio will become the solstice. And this is like Ra, who runs the show behind the scenes, Sirius. So don't forget, we've got all this. We've got Sirius is the king here. He's Sirius. We've got the head of the snake on Sirius, and he is working with everybody through this. And there's the tail of the snake down here. So Mars, the ruler of Aries and Scorpio, is right on Spica, harvesting all the gold, all the harvest from this double Momo passage that we've just had in VirgO. So he's harvesting. Mars waited, who's the last one through. All these guys have just passed through with this double black moon Momo. He's now recolting on Spica, and he's got an opposition with Uranus, and this is what you have to know. I've already done videos. If you go and look at my videos, I've done a video all about this, Uranus's mirror. So here they've taken the Hydra snake, which I just showed you, and they made Uranus's mirror, or a view of the heavens, as a set of 32 astronomical star chart. 32 is half of the circle. In the news video, they also show you at the end of that news flash, they show you the, you go back and watch those videos. I forgot to show you, but the last shot is the place where they park the lorry, and it's number 32, of course. It's always the sign of skull and bones. 322, that means BBC is through the mirror, 223, because B is the second letter, C is the third letter, BB, 223. It's always mirror games. So 32 is a set of cards, always the cards are 32, and oh, that's the animal. Let's come back to Uranus. Star cards, first published in November 1824, Scorpio. They were engraved by Sydney Hall. Sydney is just Disney. It's the same word, Disney. This is deception. This is to deceive. This snake is all about deception. Look. Okay, it's supposed to be the snake shown on an earth stone. So it's meant to. It's the Nile. It represents the Nile in the sky. That's the water. It's the water snake. With their riders Corvus and Crater, CC, crucifixion. So whenever you see CC, and its tail is in Libra, well, there's the Alpha Omega, and that's where that full moon is that I've just shown you. It's in the Alpha Omega, Aries, Libra. So we've done this passage, we've just gone through it, and I did just see somewhere that it says that it's the deceiver. It's the deceiver. Okay, let's come back to Uranus. So, you know, this is the double U, Uranus's mirror. You know, are you able to stop walking with your back flat against the wall and to look behind you? Can you get through the mirror? You know, if you're on this, if you're listening to my videos, you're through the mirror. I've done a whole video about this. I've done my Uranus's mirror video. Okay, let's go back to my blog. Okay, I'll just show you that. I'll show you at the end. You'll see the 32. That 32 birth. 32 birth. Honestly, okay. This is Facebook. Okay, let's go through.
In the last few minutes, police have revealed details about the 39 people who were found dead in a lorry.
Okay, so let's just go back to here. Right, so this is the solar eclipse. So this is really the opening of Catch-22, and again, it's all on this Hydra snake. It's all in the east. So because it's that they're loving it because we've got the Hydras, you know, we've got Leo right on the top. This is where we've just had that last gibbous moon. This is the Babylonian, the Babylonians. This is BJ, Bob a Blowjob, Judaism, Babylonian, and this is Sirius. So it's, as I said in my last little video, and there you've got, it really is Jupiter. He's so happy there. He's got Mercury, and Mercury was crowned. So on the 11/11, you get Mercury crowned, the 39 killed, 38 plus 1 is 11 plus 1, and now we've got the fourth corner, and Mercury is with this eclipse, and it's the black moon eclipse. We've got Jupiter, Mercury on the tail of the snake, head of the snake. This is the north-south node, and this is the crowning of the Black Prince, which is Mohammed in Saudi Arabia, Momo. Okay, here we go. Shakespeare, the Green Man, the red, white of the lorry. We're coming into the green now. Skull and Bones cross. 3, 6, 9, 12. 39 makes 12. They only give you the 9 always. They just want to keep you in the triads, in the triangle of Clockwork Orange. Pakistan and Saudi Arabia. And, you know, this is the crescent moon that we've just had. And this is the 5-pointed star. So 3 and 5 is 8. And that's them keeping us stuck in that 8 Boros, or you get through the loop. This is the heart. This is Catch-22. 2020, we are in Catch-22. We've got to get to the end of 2020 and make it into the true Twin Peaks. Here is Mercury, the Green Man, Pan, taking over our DNA, and he's just got crowned. He's just got crowned, the Sun King. There's the crescent moon on the 11/11 full moon. This is the eclipse. They want to be the new Lord of the Rings, but they can't. It's Saturn. We're going back to black. Amy Winehouse, as you know, it's the black and white. Wine is because that's VirgO. The wine is made with grapes. Winehouse. And Peter Pan is also the Green Man. It's all the same thing. We're entering the Tempest now. It's that VirgO Greta who has to face Father Saturn. And this is Sirius, the dog star. And this is what we've got coming up on the 31st. It's judgment. Who can see through the mirror? Who's going to be turned into a copy-paste double U? A double U? A double U? Or you become the double U, which is 2 L's. You become the Twin Peaks. You merge both sides of the mirror. We're going into the Tempest. This is it's like the L's, the 3 feathers, the 3, 6, 9. They want to keep us in the trip L up. And they're going to use the fourth corner to crown Mercury the king. Look, this has got the dragon. This is the flag of the Pays Basque. But the true flag of Biarritz, where 64 was, is red and black. It's Aquarius, Capricorn. They show the Basque, the Irish, the Italian, the Iranian. You know, it's always red, white, and green. Is fire and ice mixed with Mercury, the Green Man. And here he is. Mercury, who becomes the Sun King. This is what the crowning has been. This is King Louis, going into Catch-22. They're taking over the power of the destructor, the moon. Cancer is to destroy. Capricorn is to create. It's the two sides. Here's Mercury. He rules. This is 5G. This is the 5-pointed star. They're working with Venus. They own the Dabel. They want to be, they've got V for victory, taking over. There we go. This is the true twin peaks coming up. Mars will be in Pisces. Saturn and Jupiter will be conjunct. And Mercury and Sun will be conjunct on the 21st of the 12th, 2020. When Jupiter will lose his power. So they've only got this year before this famous conjunction. This is the true twin peaks, but they want to take over and make this V for victory. The Tempest again. Uranus's mirror. There you've got the 7 Midsummer Night's Dream. It really is a Midsummer Night's Dream because the solstice on Cancer, Capricorn, when you come out of the 21st of June, Cancer takes you towards the path of death to Capricorn, and Capricorn, the true twin peaks on the north at the top, takes you on the journey of creation back to Cancer, destruction. But they want to keep you in Solomon, chaos and destruction, when we should be in order, creation. This is the solar eclipse, Lord of the Rings. This is when they're going to create their new Momo king, Saudi Arabia. That's what he puts on his head. And this is what the 369 we've just had. This is the gibbous moon, the second Baphomet. See, this is the we've just had. There's Venus. Ra, the ram, not the goat. They make you think that it's Saturn. It's not the goat. It's not the goat, it's the ram. There's Mercury, Venus, Ra, and the sun and the moon. Trying to take over Saturn. We're going into Bar Black Sheep. Again, you see more clearly. And it's a mirror, Uranus's mirror. You've got to get through it. That full moon is working with the moon conjunct to Uranus. That means massive change. Here's Sirius, the dog star. He's the one behind all this. There's nothing wrong with any planet or star or anything. It's how it's all used in your ignorance. So they're going to get you stuck inside this, you know, all those that don't see through the mirror are going to wage this eternal war with their famous 13th sign. Judgment is on the 31st. 31st is 13 backwards. Okay, those are the two dragons again. They've always got her between. This is the high priestess of Babylon. And always again, we've got the 3 phases of the moon that they use and the 5-pointed star. There's the Green Man. You go look up about the Green Man. This is, they're using that power of this. This is really the Baphomet energy, and they're using Mercury to create it. Momo. The lorry driver was called Mo, and we've got the second Mo coming up on the 28th, gang. No. Jolly Jean Bryant. This is the 3222, Skull and Bones. If you can spin right and left, you're not going to have any of this bullshit. You know, this is what they're doing to all those souls who are still following the news and still thinking, you know, you've got to break the mirror, you've got to smash the mirror. We're going through the black mirror. It's for our children and our grandchildren. We are the bridge over troubled water generations. We're 2 generations of the Hydra mirror, Pluto in Leo, Pluto 3 generations, I'd say. The Pluto in Cancer generation, Pluto in Leo, and Pluto in VirgO. So you guys are the last ones to get us through, born between 86 and 96. Your time is about to come up. You've got a big role. That's why they've tried to kill you so much. Okay. Rahu Ketu, head and tail of snake. And you see there's Uranus conjunct to the moon, Uranus's mirror. Can you make it through the Alpha Omega mirror on the 11-11 4 corners? You have to watch my last videos to join all these dots. You really do. Okay, I'll show you some more pictures because I've done so much about this. So just before this event, I went and did this about 369. Makes me laugh how right in our faces and no one can join the dots. Orange phone number is customer 09693639. But all those of us who know how the chess game is played, how we are wound up and transmuted like little Duracell piggies. Orange is not going to be the new black. Orange or gold, row, row, row your little boat. Or you learn how to sail, and that or is your gold. Sorry. Gold is when we hit red Aquarius and black Capricorn twin peaks, dub L. 11, dub L. They want to keep you stuck in the 369 Tesla L on no L. No L means no. There's no L. There's no L. Yeah, Noel, Leon, Lion, Leo, line broke, the monkey got choked. You need the 12 to make the fortune pot of gold. Red Aquarius is opposite Leo, yellow, Elo. So, yeah, that's the Aquarius opposite. Okay, so you need the 12 to make the fortune pot of gold. Red Aquarius is opposite, blah, blah, blah. You will become the 5G, 5-pointed star, energy supply, man's red fire, orangutango takes 2 sides of the coin to tango led to gold, or 8. 8 in the gate by King Louis, the sun fire god. When you don't search for your true mission and reason and what this whole earth game is really about. 369. What we just had, pizza obviously, 369, you'll be hooked, yep. And this you know I've shown you many times, 369, the goose drank wine, the monkey chewed tobacco on the streetcar line, that's the gibbous crescent moon. The line broke, the monkey got choked, that's what we saw in the video, and they all went to heaven in a little rowing boat. Well, it's not the real heaven, it's a WU copy-paste version. Orange is the new black. No, it's not. High cardinal earth is black. Orange is the trickster. I mean, poor Mercury, he's no trickster. He's what we need to transmute to gold. But they're going to keep you stuck in him. James and the Giant Peach. I mean, and there we've got the orangutan, orange, orangutan to tango. King Louis, not for nothing that Kate and Willie's son, when she's wearing that Rosemary's baby, the Godfather is oranges, like the Moroccan. The Moroccan oranges come from Morocco, and that is their signature, orange and black. As nuclear, we are going to become the nuclear orange power system. It's to make humans into the power system. This is what we're dealing with. This is what you've got to get through, gang. And there they've got orange in. This is the same as the, it's the same as the Kabbalah. And we've got the 12 and the 13 keeping you stuck. These fake twin peaks. You got to get out. You don't want to get stuck. You don't want to get stuck. There's Mercury. And this is what they're showing us. It's the double WW, Mickey Mouse, WW, wild is the wind. And it also greys. This place happened in a place called Greys. Between black and white, you've got 50 Shades of Grey, Dorian Gray, and Oscar Wilde. Wild is the wind, wind in the willows. Wild is Antares, Scorpio, East. I've got stuck in there. Orange Black Friday. And again, this is where we're being kept in Solomon. This is the moon was on Regulus. They want to keep us in this chaos. Here we go. This is the 369. We're about to enter this. This is what they're going to make you. They're going to remote control you with 5G. If you haven't got through, there's the 2 towers, twin peaks. You've got to become your own. You've got to get through this. You've got to get through the narrow passageway. Elon is just Leon, and Musk is the mosque or the scum. And that's why where I am, Lupiac, we just had the 8th festival. Loop is the wolf. The lion lies down with the lamb. It doesn't go into the wolf's den. Lu, this is 5G, what we're going to get stuck in, the beehive. The fleur de lis is just the beehive, huh? Okay, so we've covered everything. We've covered everything. Here, again. Look at the map of Saudi Arabia. It's the egg, the new green dragon, golden egg between 2 dragons. Look at the map of Saudi. The Eggman is between 2 dragons, holding egg. So I did all this before this event. Got the red and the white of that lorry. Eggman is between 2 dragons holding eggs. So black prince, white prince swap over as Mercury DNA, green Pan Man is crowned king. Disneyland Saudi is the egg between 2 towers. DNA merge, red fire, Ra, and white ice, which is Scorpio, become the 1 dragon. Red and white and green. 2612 solar ring eclipse. Sirius becomes the Green Man Pan. So again, there's, the lorry came from Bulgaria. And that's 1 dragon, and that's another dragon. There they are. And the egg is because everyone had Essex, had lots of sex on Valentine's Day. And you go back, watch my videos. I said we have the triple goddess passage on Valentine's Day. Well, here's your Rosemary's Baby. Rosemary's Baby is this Pan Man going to become green with the red and whites. And there you've got the triple goddesses, and you've got that 4th corner which is working from the background. This shows us it's coming from the east, from the Russians. And that's the eclipse coming up. That's what we've just had. You've seen all this. So the 3 triple, and they're going to make this dragon. And that is going to be on the 11/11. That dragon is being born. Dragon's being born on the 11/11. They had the Biarritz event. They were getting you ready for the Lion's Gates. We were at the white, red and green. And here's the green baby. Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, red, white, and King Louis. probably be a big ritual going on behind the scenes, crowning this baby to take on this role. It'd be King Louis. Yeah. So there are the 3 L's, and this is the flag of Romania, and it's not for nothing. Flag of Romania is RR. It's not for nothing that the guy who wrote Game of Thrones, they always put that RR in the middle. RR is the Romanian, you know, it's all the same thing. It's from Bosnia. Pakistan, Saudi Arabia. This is what we're living right now. And these are the 3 L's. So 38, 1, 1, and 1 teenager. Set is here. And this is the power they use, the full moon, with we had 4 people killed in Paris and 39 frozen in London. And that's what we've just had. The 6 and the 9 is the same thing. 39 makes 12 is 3. This is the new Twin Peaks. There we've got Sirius, who's going to be weighing the feather and the heart. This is the nuclear energy. It's the same thing as that solar eclipse, Lord of the Rings. This, you know, nuclear, it's all fake. We are the power force. We are able to get through this black mirror, the black hole bullshit. Okay, so it's all in there. If you've been listening closely, you have got it. This is the 1111, the famous, the full moon. This is the crowning of Mercury. Mercury is absolutely stuck in, that's Mercury and the Sun, completely combust, on the scales, on Lucifer, the scales of wisdom. Moses, the moon is on Aries, and Moses says, and look, he's not only on, he's on the 33rd. Now this is really important. Keep forgetting to tell you this. This is the 33rd degree. The 33rd degree. We are at crucifixion. Look, if I look at the numbers here, 33 degrees. 33. Right bang on that 33rd. On Aries, Alpha Omega. Moses, the Old Testament. He says, look to the snake. Look to the snake. Look to the snake for the wisdom. I'm giving you the wisdom. So, you know, we're living it. And Mercury is right there. He's going to get crowned. And this is what we're living. I put... there's the regulars, 369. Queen had a song called 39, of course. RR. This is what we're going into. This is the pillars, the Momo moons. We've got the second one coming up on the 28th. It's when Judaism and Babylonian have their egg. It's the same as the 2 dragons, the Torah, fixed cross, and there's that moon like on the Baphomets. And there's the Gemini sign that I've just showed you. Mercury. Mercury is going to rule. That's their fake Twin Peaks. That's their dub L. Dub L. Dub LU. Of the M and the... it's the same thing. WWMM. Okay, it's always the same thing because it's so important what's going on. So on the 31st, we've got Judgment. On the 11/11, we've got that 4th corner. And we've got the crowning of Mercury as this new green man, jolly green giant, that's, you know, about to take over, become the baby of the West and the East. And then that's on the 28th. It's the second black. That was the first black moon on the 28th of the 9th. The second one on the 28th of the 10th. Momo pillars. And here on the 31st, there's going to be Mars, who will be just moving over here onto Spica, right on Spica. He's on the harvest, the grain of the harvest. He's going to reap all this energy of this Momo, double black moon, dub L, black moon that we've just had. And we've got the judgment, and we've got another it's on the 13th sign, on the 31st, we've got the dub L through the mirror. And there's the tip of that Hydra snake, so that we remain waged in this socialism, never-ending war of fake equality, fraternity, and liberty. That is this fake 3 Masonic. They'd never give you the fourth corner. This is the 369. This is 38 killed and 1 other makes 11 and 1, 3 L's. That was for the first crescent moon. We got P4 coming out, of course. 4 kilometers that lorry did in that last bit of that journey. It's all the 4 and the 4. It's 4, 4. Makes 8. Stuck in the Orus Boreas. They're making, this is that the 2 become 1. And it's black, back to black. Okay, darlings, it's all in there. If you just go over what I'm saying, the division bell, 4 in the middle, 39, there's that MMWW, the egg, you can see the beast in here, you see the beast, and this is that image again that they showed us, and this is the Ra, fire and ice. Mars rules Aries and Scorpio, and Jupiter rules Pisces and Sagittarius, water and fire. And Sirius is in the energy of Jupiter, and Sirius was the famous star discovered for the death of Cleopatra's father, and this is the same passage that we're doing now. That egg again in the middle, the west and the east make their baby. Everything's we're all ready for it. Christchurch, CC 33 crucifixion, we're right there. We're right there. So we've got a 42 Jupiter. Oh my God, we've got the triple Jupiter. Is that 3 42s? Oh my God. That's the symbol of Jupiter. Go and have a look. It's a 42. The half of the rainbow is 42, 42, 42 degrees. And it's also the symbol of Jupiter. Wow. Incredible. Okay, I leave you with that. All my love, darlings. Bye.